In a world of endless distraction, have you noticed how quickly our best intentions fade? We set goals with a fire of conviction, only to watch it dwindle to embers. We make promises to ourselves in the quiet of the morning and break them by noon. There is a deep frustration in knowing we are capable of more, yet we remain stuck, pulled by the currents of impulse. But what if you could build an inner citadel? A fortress of discipline that never crumbles, no matter the chaos outside. Imagine wielding the same mental toughness as the man who commanded the Roman legions and ruled the known world. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who reigned from 161 to 180 AD, faced plagues, wars, and betrayals on a scale we can hardly imagine. He was not a god. He was a man who wrestled with the same things we do: anger, fear, and distraction. Yet, in the private pages of his journal, now known as Meditations, he left a blueprint, not for conquering nations, but for conquering the self. This isn't just ancient history. It's a timeless manual for navigating modern life with purpose. Today, I'll show you 6 of his most powerful strategies. These are not quick fixes. They are profound principles that, when practiced, will build a foundation of self-discipline that is truly unshakable. Principle 1. Find your purpose and align every action with it. The first strategy, and the most foundational, is to find your purpose. Self-discipline without a clear why is like a ship without a rudder, powerless and adrift. Marcus Aurelius believed that if you don't have a consistent goal, you can't live a consistent life. This single idea is the engine of Stoic discipline. Without purpose, our efforts are scattered. We are busy, but our activity lacks direction. We chase fleeting desires and wonder why we feel unfulfilled. Discipline feels like a chore because it's not connected to anything meaningful. But when you have a purpose, discipline ceases to be a struggle. It becomes a natural consequence. Your purpose is an internal compass, filtering out the non-essential. It's the standard for every action, as Marcus reminded himself, because most of what we say and do is not essential. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? When you know your purpose, the answer becomes clear. This begins the moment you wake up. Before the world rushes in, ask the question Marcus posed to himself. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What is your work today? This reframes the day not as a series of obligations, but as an opportunity. Then, at the end of the day, create a ritual of reflection. Before you sleep, audit your day with honesty. Did my actions today serve my purpose, or was I pulled off course? This isn't about self-criticism. It's about awareness and course correction. When you do this, discipline is no longer about forcing yourself. It's about joyfully aligning with the person you were meant to be. Principle 2. Show up every day. Consistency over intensity. The second strategy is the backbone of lasting discipline. Show up every day. Our culture glorifies monumental efforts, the all-nighter, the punishing workout, but the Stoics knew that true change is not born from intense, sporadic bursts. It is forged in the quiet, steady rhythm of daily consistency. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have to assemble your life yourself, action by action, and be satisfied if each one achieves its goal as far as it can." This philosophy celebrates the small, repeatable act. It understands that discipline is the cumulative result of showing up again and again, especially when you don't feel like it. Think of a stone cutter. The first swing of the hammer shows no visible effect, nor the second. but the stonecutter continues with steady blows. It is not one mighty strike that cracks the stone, but the accumulation of thousands of taps. Your discipline is that stone, and your daily actions are the hammer. The key is to make the initial bar for showing up so low that it's almost impossible not to do it. If you want to be a writer, it might not mean writing a chapter. It might mean writing one paragraph. If you want to be fit, it might not be a 90-minute gym session. It might be 10 push-ups. The goal isn't a monumental outcome in a single day. The goal is to build the habit of showing up. With each small, consistent action, you send a powerful signal to your mind. I am the kind of person who keeps my promises to myself. A bad day doesn't have to become a bad week. You simply begin again the next day. Over time, this daily practice transforms your identity. You no longer need to find discipline. You become disciplined. Principle 3. Practice the dichotomy of control. The third strategy is perhaps the most liberating in all of Stoic philosophy. Understanding the dichotomy of control. It is the simple idea that some things are within our control and some are not. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the key to mental resilience. Think about how much energy is wasted on things we have no power over. Anger in a traffic jam, anxiety about what others think, frustration at the economy or the weather. When our focus is consumed by externals, our internal resolve weakens. Self-discipline requires laser-like focus. The dichotomy of control provides a filter. The things within our control are our thoughts, our judgments, and our actions. That's it. Almost everything else is outside of our control. The practical habit is a mental exercise. When you feel a surge of negative emotion, anger, anxiety, frustration, pause. Ask yourself, is the source of this feeling within my control or outside of it? If someone cuts you off in traffic, their driving is not in your control. Your response is, you can choose to react with anger, or you can choose to breathe and let it go. If you work hard on a project and it gets a negative reception, the reception is not in your control. Your effort was. You can let the external judgment derail you, or you can use it to improve. Practicing this isn't emotional suppression. It's emotional redirection. By consistently focusing your energy only on your own thoughts and actions, you stop being a victim of circumstance and become the master of your own mind. If you're finding these ancient strategies as powerful and relevant as I do, take a moment to support the channel. Hitting the like button helps this wisdom reach more people, and subscribing ensures you won't miss our future deep dives into practical philosophy. Now, let's get back to the final 3 strategies for building your inner fortress. Principle 4. Practice voluntary hardship. The 4th strategy is one of the most counterintuitive, yet powerful of the Stoic practices. Voluntary hardship. In a world that pushes us toward comfort, the Stoics deliberately chose small, controlled doses of discomfort. The purpose is not self-punishment, it is self-fortification. Voluntary hardship is a training exercise for the soul. It builds resilience and proves to your mind that your well-being does not depend on external comforts. By willingly enduring small difficulties, you vaccinate yourself against the fear of hardship. When you constantly live in comfort, you become soft. The slightest inconvenience, a slow internet connection, a feeling of hunger can shatter your discipline. But when you have practiced living without these things, you rob them of their power over you. You learn that what you considered a necessity is merely a preference. The practical application is to intentionally remove certain comforts from your life. This doesn't have to be extreme. Take a cold shower, a classic Stoic practice. Periodically fast for a day, or simply skip a meal. Sleep on the floor for one night. Each of these small acts of self-denial is a rep in your mental gym. They are deposits into your account of self-control. Marcus believed that by doing this, you fortify your mind for the day life forces discomfort upon you. When you've voluntarily gone without, you are less afraid of loss. This is the path to becoming truly unbreakable. Principle 5. Count on yourself. Cultivate inner self-reliance. The fifth strategy cuts to the core of personal sovereignty. Count on yourself. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to build an inner fortress so strong that it does not depend on external validation or praise. True self-discipline is an inside job, fueled by an internal engine. In our hyper-connected world, we are conditioned to look outward. We measure our worth in likes and shares. This external dependency is a profound weakness. When your motivation comes from the outside, it can be taken away from the outside. If you rely on praise to keep going, what happens when you are met with criticism? Your discipline will crumble. The Stoic approach is to build your locus of control firmly within yourself. It means trusting your own reason and your own principles. It is the quiet confidence that you will do what you have set out to do, regardless of the obstacles or naysayers. The practical application begins with developing your own code. Based on your values, write down the principles you intend to live by. These become your internal ruler. Second, make and keep small promises to yourself. As we discussed with consistency, this builds self-trust. Each time you follow through, you cast a vote for the person you want to become. You prove to yourself that you can be counted on. Finally, practice filtering out external noise. When making a decision, ask yourself, am I doing this because it aligns with my principles or because I seek approval? Train yourself to value your own well-reasoned judgment above all else. Your discipline becomes weatherproof, a deeply rooted conviction that allows you to stand firm even if you are the only one walking. Principle 6. Practice daily reflection and honest self-examination. The final strategy is the glue that holds all the others together. Daily, honest self-examination. For Marcus Aurelius, the unexamined life was a life without direction or improvement. His Meditations are the ultimate proof of this practice, a private journal where he audited his own thoughts and actions with unflinching honesty. Self-discipline is not a static state. It is a dynamic process of continuous improvement. You cannot improve what you do not measure. Without regular self-review, you are flying blind, repeating the same mistakes. Reflection is what turns experience into wisdom. The most effective application of this strategy is to adopt the habit of journaling, just as Marcus did. A simple notebook and a few minutes at the end of your day are all you need. Use a structured set of questions to guide you. You might ask yourself, where did I fall short of my principles today? When did I let my emotions get the better of my reason? Did I waste time on non-essential tasks? What did I do well? Where did my discipline hold strong? What is one thing I can do better tomorrow? Be brutally honest. No one will read this but you. The purpose is to confront your own flaws without excuse. As Marcus wrote, it's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Just try to escape your own. Your journal is the training ground where you learn to escape your own faults. This daily practice creates a powerful feedback loop for growth, making you an active participant in shaping your own character. Conclusion. We've journeyed into the mind of a Roman emperor and found that his strategies are as potent today as they were 2 millennia ago. Let's recap the 6 pillars for your inner citadel. First, find your purpose. Let it be the compass that guides every action. Second, show up every day. Embrace quiet consistency over sporadic intensity. Third, practice the dichotomy of control. Focus only on what is in your power, your mind and your actions. Fourth, practice voluntary hardship. Strengthen your mind by willingly embracing small discomforts. Fifth, count on yourself. Cultivate a deep self-reliance, making your principles your ultimate measure. And sixth, practice daily reflection. Audit your actions with honesty to constantly improve. These are not just interesting ideas, they are a call to action, a blueprint for a life of purpose and resilience. The path to unshakable self-discipline is not an easy one, but it leads to true freedom, the freedom from your own worst impulses. As you go forward, remember one of Marcus Aurelius's most powerful commands, a phrase that encapsulates all these strategies. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one.